Alright, I'm going to try to cover a lot of stuff here. This is going to be weeks 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. First stop here was at the Maritime Museum in South London. I took the kids down there. I'm not sure what park this is, but there's nice greenery outside it. And I think there are a few other things there, maybe the Royal Observatory. We've been pretty busy. We try to go to one museum a week at least. And here's the inside of the Maritime Museum. It was okay. It's highly rated for kids. My kids like it, but I didn't think it was that great. It's just a model ship or something. Cannons. These kids have been shooting cannons on ships a lot lately. Now here we are at the National Army Museum, which was really good. This is closer to us, practically walking distance, and it was really good. It takes you through Britain in all the major wars, except for one interesting thing. They start with in the 1400s. They go all the way up through World War II, even into the Persian Gulf. But what they skipped the American Revolution, which is kind of funny. Here we are at Harrods, which is a famous department store. It's enormous. It's huge. It's very, very expensive. Those cars there cost $50,000. You had toy cars for your kids. We weren't buying anything. Here are some of the dresses. It's just really a store for the ultra wealthy to buy in, and a tourist destination for everybody else. Here's Christine with the Lego movie promotion. The kids have been playing with the Zoom tools. I think I've highlighted them on my blog. Here's John at the airport on the way to Amsterdam. I'll tell you about that later. So we went to Amsterdam, I believe, at the end of week 5. So you've probably already seen that video. And here we are back in London. This is Battersea Park, just south of the Thames River. We walked there on a gorgeous day, and as you can see, my son finally got his hair cut. They gave him what they call a British boy cut by a Russian woman. And it's the first time his hair has been that short, and I thought my wife would be upset, but she kind of likes it. And yeah, stuff blooms a lot earlier here. This is the first week of March or so, and spring has sprung. It just doesn't get that cold in the winter, so apparently spring starts a lot earlier. This is a line to get into the park, because they open like one little gate. People are coming in and out. It really is ridiculous. Here's a walk back over the Thames River. Just a couple of pictures I shot, and here's a couple of friends. We made great friends already with one homeschooling family that's here from Florida. Check out that interesting sculpture. The girls wanted to see what was underneath, and yeah, it's pretty accurate. Flowers everywhere. My daughter will steal flowers from, she doesn't care whose garden it is. Here's one of these beautiful churches near us. Now look at this car. Believe it or not, they have cars even smaller than that we've seen that drive on the sidewalks. These are just pictures I took on the way home that day from Battersea Park. Give you a little flavor of what it looks like. All these pubs are called Arms. This is the Hereford Arms. I don't know why they're called Arms. Now this is at the Horniman Museum, which we went to recently, and it's a very varied museum. It's very highly rated for kids, and it's up on a hill, and you can see London. It's got a petting zoo. It's got some decent exhibits. That's their conservatory or greenhouse. It's got gardens, and it's free, so people love that type of stuff. It was an hour to get there on the bus. It was very scenic, great way to see London riding these buses. You don't really need to go on a tour bus. You can just get on any bus and ride it to its point of termination and then get back on it. And you'll see a whole lot of London that way cheaply. And there's the city in the background. From the petting zoo. We did go there with a home ed group, ostensibly, but everybody kind of spread out. More flowers that my daughter is probably going to poach. They're pretty sick of posing for pictures by now, and I really have to yell at them to smile, which can make for an interesting picture for somebody else. Yeah, here's back inside. This is the walrus. It's kind of their signature exhibit. Like I said, it's a very varied exam. They have science exhibits. They have history exhibits. They had some bees buzzing inside a hive. This was from a Siberian photography exhibit, which was very interesting. And there is the outside of the museum. Now that is from the top of what they call the monument. I think it's 320 steps we climbed up, the kids and I. You'll see that in a second what it looks like. But these are the pictures I took from the top there. I stuck my camera lens through the opening in the fence. And there's the spiral staircase down. Kids love this for some reason. You get certificates for climbing it, and I only had to stop once on the way up. It's a good workout for the legs. That's what it looks like from the bottom looking up, and you'll see a better picture of it as I walk away from it. This is pretty much what we do. I think this was a Thursday. We just got on a bus, and kids said they wanted to go to Monument, and they're reading about it in a book, and we went. Here's the London Bridge, and behind it, that tall tower is called, that's the Tower Bridge. We're walking over the London Bridge right here. It's not that old. I think the old one is in Arizona. So we walked south over the bridge, and we walked down to the Tower Bridge, which is more picturesque. Here I am. My daughter took a picture, and it's not clear that she took that picture, but it's clear that she took this one here. Point, aim, and shoot, right? Yeah, there's the new London Bridge that we traversed on the way over. This is, I think, HMS Belfast. You can go on that. It's part of the Imperial War Museum. There are many parts of the Imperial War Museum. We're going to see a bunch more of them. The architecture, the buildings, they're all different sizes and shapes and colors, and it's all very interesting. It definitely is very similar to Boston, or Boston, here's another one, is very similar to London in that regard. And in neither city can you ever actually find any food. So they have that in common too. And here's the Tower Bridge. I'm sure you've recognized this. And once you go across, you come to, I guess this is the tower, right? What is it called? The London Tower? The Tower Museum?
Tower of London.
The Tower of London, that's what it's called. I didn't know much about it, but it's the big deal there. And apparently you can spend a lot of time looking at everything it has. The shot back there was of the moats. The Hung, Drawn, and Quartered, an interesting name for a pub on the way outside. And here's a bus, and that's long enough for now.